guess I'll.
I'm gonna whisper.
Yes, I know you. Niger.
That's
our
right.
man.
That's right.
Niger. That's a cool name.
All right.
That's what I said.
Cool
Badass
name, cool guy,
I
cool
did say
shirt.
that's a. I
Thank
said
you.
that is a really good name.
Thank you.
I like it.
Yeah, so Nigeria Chambers here, Big Gold Belt Media. We're at San Diego Comic-Con 2022 here with the cast of Salvage Marines, which is coming to Popcorn Flicks July 26th. Now,
28th.
28th. Okay,
28, and it's for free.
For free.
For free on
No
Popcorn
excuse.
Flicks.
No excuse to
You
check
can get
it out.
that app for free on your smart TV, on Apple TV, Roku.
Yeah.
It's there. So Popcorn Flicks is really behind this. They love the show.
Yeah.
They're just so excited about it. I think they get it. I
Yeah.
think they get what we're trying to do, the commentary and the play with it. So it's fun. Yeah.
Yeah. For sure. I've checked out the first 2 episodes, and it's a combination of titles, whether it's series or films I grew up on, and modernized, and like the character work performances obviously has just been so intriguing, and I felt like it was criminal. I was only given 2 episodes because I already want to watch the whole thing. But
on the 28th,
that's right.
you get to watch them for free on Popcorn Flicks. It's gonna be amazing.
But let's start off with San Diego Comic-Con. You're here. You have a panel later on today. Talk about the excitement going into that.
You know, I've been coming to San Diego Comic-Con since 1997. Starship Troopers the first time I came here. I was the only guy from the cast to come because back then everybody was like, I don't know if I want to go, and I was like, I want to go. I was like, but I'm a nerd.
Yeah.
So I had so much fun. The next year I was here for Tarzan, and the year after that I was here for Sleepy Hollow. And Johnny Depp and Tim Burton were supposed to be there, but then their production went over, so they couldn't make it. So I was the only one with one of the producers, and I was like, I know you guys wanted to see Johnny Depp and Tim Burton and Christina Ricci, but they're all on.
You get me.
Hi, and they're like, Casper, we love you, and I was like, I love you guys. So I've been having so much fun. So the excitement of being here, I've got a great cast that's all here that I love so much. They're dear friends, and they're like people that we wouldn't have been able to do the show for. They're all of them. Everybody's intensity was so powerful, and nobody quit ever. And it was a hard, tough, really physically draining and emotionally draining show.
Okay.
Long hours.
Yeah.
And crazy things happening, and we just pulled it off.
Yeah.
So,
I think it's interesting because when he would be low energy, Peter would be going. When Peter would be low energy, we were lifting each other up the whole time, all the time. Because someone would have heat exhaustion, we'd be right there with a drink. Let's go. Like, we all took care of each other, which was really nice.
Love it. You can really tell, like, the camaraderie amongst the cast and the banter. I would love to, if you all can kind of talk about your very unique pairings at certain times, like you two at a point, and then we got this little kind of thing kind of blowing up between you two, and you're kind of off in the corner like, hey man, you have a family at home. So I would love to know about these filming certain these scenes and that banter amongst one another.
I rock that side eye a lot. What is that? I mean, we have chemistry. We're friends before the show, so I knew walking in that wasn't going to be a challenge. I think that we have a very a light and humorous relationship. I think it played. I hope it played. But relying on that foundation, I was pretty confident that we could pull that part off. And I know it's an important thread in this story. So. I mean, it was completely enjoyable. And many times, it felt like it wasn't work. Just turn on the cameras. We're talking anyway. So the energy was always there. I really enjoyed it. And then, of course, I know Jenny, and I knew a bunch of the other cast became really good friends. So I feel that that was all authentic and pretty easy from that standpoint. When it comes to the action, the scheduling was hard, and we had a lot of difficult physical shoots. In combination with the weather, Louisiana, we had a lot of outdoor shoots in the humidity, under the noon sun, in the only desert that exists in Louisiana. Remember those trenches? That was the most challenging thing in life.
They're like we're going in the middle of a forest, and then we ended up in the sand dunes. And I was like, this is so random.
Where they saw, I believe they shot Oblivion there with Tom Cruise, all the desert scenes. So we're shooting there, and I don't know about you guys, but inside I was crying. Crying hard.
I never knew that. I never knew you were crying.
Peter went up and he was just sitting looking off of one of the dunes, and I'm like, this is so
I remember that photo.
And then everybody has different ideas of what was going through his mind. I was like, He was trying to catch his breath. That's what's going on.
There was a bunch of those times, literally stoic off to the side, but inside, do they know I'm in pain? Do they know I'm crying? I'm gonna try to look tough off in a distance. So, I mean, it was all enjoyable, and in retrospect, I loved every moment.
Yes.
You know, everything, all the obstacles, even the small little issues we had. I love it all. I mean, it's a journey that makes it all worthwhile.
Right here, we're doing a lot of their own stunts and stuff like that.
So I was getting that next.
A lot of cast did.
Yeah.
You too.
Yeah, I did a lot.
Yeah, we all did.
Nicole Redinger did a lot of my.
She's amazing.
She's incredible. And
Yeah.
She did like my I had to do a two-story fall. And I was like, I can do it. And she's like, no, girl, let me do this. I was like, oh, okay. It didn't take a lot of convincing for me to not fall off a two-story building.
She's smart. My wife's smart. Peter and I we're like, oh yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it.
But you regret it the next day. Every time.
No, we kept thinking.
Hobble into set.
We kept thinking these young guys, because we have a whole bunch of, like Shane.
Right, because you're the oldest recruit, so
we're
yeah,
the
you gotta
old
play the part.
guys. We're the old guys, which was a funny thing to play in the series too, because he had a great line. It's real.
It's real because we really are hurting.
Yeah, we were, but we were going to let him know, because we also have something called old man strength.
Yeah.
Which you can't
true.
don't ever block out the old man strength, because it's real.
Yeah.
It's also called
it's just something different.
stubbornness.
Yeah, it's also, I'm not going to quit. Oh, you think you're the young dog? You guys think you're a young dog? Okay,
Yeah.
come
But
on.
then they watch Shane Graham's playback and they go, oh.
Yeah. Okay, there's the young dog. Okay. Wow. That's puppies. They can just run around so fast. Little puppies, these young guys.
See, again, that was reflected in the story.
Yeah.
Easily.
And also then our friend Ashley Nunes, she's a
Yeah.
runner. So like when we were all running, she would take off and we're all like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Now we got to try to keep up.
But that's why, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to Tom Holland.
Wow, she's giving away secrets. Tom Holland.
I was going to spoil something for Yvonne.
You almost got some juice. You almost got some juice. You almost let it out.
Whoa.
Yeah,
I think she should now.
One of my best friends plays Yvonne White on the show, and I was about to say something about her character that you will have to just learn.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, I love her character too. She's just
I
there.
think my character loves her character.
Your
Yes.
character loves.
Oh, but there's something. Now you can,
I mean,
your
there's
focus now becomes deflected. Ben can now worry about something else.
Think about it.
Was
Think
it-
about my character and what how he's introduced. I mean,
Yeah.
it's pretty. Yeah, it's consistent with who he is for sure.
Interesting.
Think about that.
And
Season 2.
Season two.
I love it. Now the cast is very diverse. I consider a good mixing bowl of just talent and just tenure and so on. But there is a particular name on this show that I always say when he speak, you listen. That's Armand Ashanti.
Oh,
What
yeah.
is it like to be a part of a series with him?
Armand Asante is a legend.
Yes.
And we love and adore him, and his character was so great. When he came on set, we're watching it, and some of the actors would go, I was like a master class.
Yeah.
That's what they literally said.
Yep.
I remember them going master class, and I'm like, what are we, chopped liver? I'm like, come on, what are we, chopped liver? I mean, like, all of a sudden he comes on set, and all of a sudden they were like master class. Remember that? I was kind of like, it was, but I mean, I was also a little bit like, that hurt, you know?
But it was a really hot set. Like,
Yeah.
we were all really hot in there, but everybody, they're like, oh, you guys can all go and take a break if you want. And everybody's like, there's no way.
Yeah, they all watched him.
On
They
his
all watched
coverage,
him.
we're like, we're staying.
So when you mention him, Armand Asante, legend.
Yeah.
I've worked with him a couple of times.
So
called him
cool.
up a couple of things.
He's super nice too.
Yeah.
When I shook his hand, I was shook for like a half a day, and then I was really pissed because he rocked some scenes and nobody told me. So I missed a few minutes
Oh, yeah.
or a few takes of his performance,
Yeah.
which pissed me off because I do adore him. Watched all his movies for
Yeah.
my whole life. He is a living legend.
Yeah.
That was huge.
Yeah, he did some improvs and took over some of the scenes where all of a sudden he wasn't supposed to say this, and other characters were supposed to say it, but he said it, and then the other character looked at me and I go, doesn't matter, that's better. I'm like, sorry, you get something else later. And he did get something else later, but I mean, the way that Armand did it was like, oh,
We were all like,
shut up,
oh.
whatever. Nobody else can do it like that, so we're not going to even try.
Yeah.
And because the guy looked over at me, he's like this in the middle of the scene, I go, I'm like, don't worry.
Let it go. Pick
This
your
is so
battles.
good. I don't know if they saw me on camera going, don't worry. But I was like sitting there like going, it's okay, it's all good. Don't worry. I know you don't have those lines right now. You'll get other lines later.
Yeah.
And they did. They gave him a whole couple other scenes and stuff. he had a bigger arch. But we had some great people in that. So yeah.
Awesome.
When Armand is on, it's pretty crazy the way he delivers. Because I remember him going, that's not my interpretation. But then you see it. It works. The way
It's just a different energy.
it's a different kind of a CEO in the future. I'm like,
Yeah.
take back
Super
the-
intense.
Just so cool how it came in, and he's
The
just
blood, the sweat.
yeah, all
Take it
his,
back.
his
Take it
talking.
all
You're like,
The revenge. I don't know what he's saying, but it's awesome.
So
Yeah.
it's also
really
like those. Do you want to know more things? He's like in a
Yes.
way sometimes that he really
He's
is.
our propaganda.
You know, because you see him going off. Just sometimes he's just standing there in the what is
Hologram.
it? Hologram. While we're walking by or talking, he's just doing all the talk, and it's just him talking. I
great.
love that.
That really worked.
And watching him even rehearse. You know, there's a lot of actors who they'll be sitting there reciting their lines, but he goes 100% when he's rehearsing even. I'm like, how do you even have the energy to do it that good rehearsing and then nail it on
Nail
camera?
it again. Legend.
And he's like, Casper, this is a really good show. Casper, this really could do something. This show is really good. I got to call him and tell him how good it's doing right now because he was so excited about it. And it's taken so long for it to come out that now he'll be really pleased.
He's like, I survived to see it.
Well, I know you got things to do today. As I said, the panel this afternoon here at San Diego Comic-Con. I will be at the panel.
Yes.
And I will also be checking out the remaining of the series, July 28th on...
Popcorn Flicks for free! For free! Popcorn Flicks, July 28th. What? For free! You can get that app. You can get it on Apple TV, Roku. You can get it on your smart TV, Samsung or Vizio. There's so many things you can go online. There's a thing called Google. You can look it up.
Speaking of energy,
It's been a pleasure. Thank you so
Nigeria.
much.
You too, Nigeria. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you. Big gold bell,